Hi everyone, it's release day, and let's have a look at all the things that we have added in this week. So, the first thing that we've added in is that if you go to the goal, you can see that now you can reach any object and you can collect and defeat any object. So, what I mean by that is that now you're not just restricted to reaching the flag, you can choose any other object in your world that you want to reach for the game to be completed. And similarly, if I say I add like these trees, and if I choose to add the health property on them because I want to cut down the trees or defeat them, then you see once you go back to the goal, they will show up over here as an option for you to select. Quickly just going to get rid of these. The other thing that we've also added is some really useful tokens in the rule system. So let's say I want to create like a simple tower defense game. Right now, you can actually do that. So I'm just going to long press on this turret, and I'm going to add a new custom rule. And what I'm going to do here is what I want to happen is I want this turret to target and shoot at the closest enemy that is in front of me. So now you can actually do that really easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first just say a game. You'll see we have this new option over here, get objects, and that returns all the objects of a certain type. So I can say get all the enemies, and now you'll see you have these new blocks over here, nearest to, furthest from, and get random. So now I can say get the nearest to, and this expects a position. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to get the position of the turret, which is this object position, move it on top, and then just say result of line 1. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to point at that the position of that object. So now I can say result of line 2, which is essentially the nearest object returned from this line right here, and I can get its position. And now all I need to do is I want the turret to look at that position so that it fires at it. So right before that, what I need to do is I just need to go and add the simple physics onto this. So I get access to the look at property, and now I can say this object simple look at, and then result of line 3. And what I want to make sure is that this is only happening when there are actually enemies in the scene. So I'll just quickly put in a check, which is when game object count enemy is greater than 0. There we go. And now when I hit play, let's see, that one gets, well, looks like what I haven't done is I haven't made the projectile that we want to make it allow it to damage the enemies as well. So I'll quickly go in there, say it can also damage the enemy. Maybe it causes a lot of damage, just like one quick hit. And now delete this from the scene, go to play. There you see, as it defeated the first enemy or destroyed the first enemy, it quickly then pointed to the next nearest one. And I can quickly also like change that, right? So I can go and say that actually instead of the nearest one, I actually wanted to first target the furthest one, and now it will start targeting the furthest one. And similarly, you can also just choose any random object or any random instance of that type. And now it's just going to try to randomly pick between each of those and try to fire at them. And finally, what you can also do is that this was a much requested feature, is that now this is just a draft that I haven't published, but I can actually now save descriptions for my draft, so it's easier for me to find. So I'm just going to say save your draft descriptions. And now when I exit the editor, you'll see that it now is included over here, descriptions. And similarly for any of your other drafts, the descriptions will now be included over here. And the other thing we have also added is the ability for you to remix any of your drafts or your published games. So you see this button over here, I can simply tap on it, and now I can remix any of my existing drafts and games to build off further from them. So excited to see what you build with this update.